Hello dear traders, you're watching the weekly financial review on Insta TV with me, Anna Kasatkina. The US stocks posted a winning week, fueled by a signal from the US Federal Reserve that it could cut short-term rates if the US economic conditions worsen. For the week, all three major US stock indices gained at least 2.2%, with the S&P 500 hitting its first record close since April. The S&P 500 hit a new intraday high for a second day in a row on Friday and settled at 2,950.46. For the week, the index gained 2.2%. Stocks started the rally on Thursday after the Fed signaled an interest rate cut and maybe more was coming. Lower interest rates make it cheaper for companies to borrow money. The Dow Jones Industrial Average briefly flirted with a record level on Friday before turning negative in the last half hour of trading and closing at 26,719.1. The index finished just 0.4% below the closing record hit in October. For the week, the Dow was up 2.4%. Meanwhile, the Nasdaq Composite closed Friday's session at 8,031.71, up 3% for the week. June has been one of the strongest Junes for stocks since the 1950s. The S&P 500 is up nearly 7.2% so far this month, with the Dow seeing a 7.7% increase and the Nasdaq enjoying a 7.8% gain. Last week was relatively quiet on the US economic data, so the US monetary policy was front and center. United Health Group Incorporated was among the top performers, rising by 1.82% to close at $252.28 on Friday and gaining almost 3% on the week. United Health is buying health tech startup Patients Like Me, backed by Chinese capital, which was forced by the Trump administration to find a buyer following a review by the Committee on Foreign Investment in the United States. Meanwhile, Walt Disney Company was the worst performer on Friday. The stock decreased by 1.26%, reaching $140.23. For the week, shares of Walt Disney Company fell by 1.07%. The decline was after the company's Toy Story 4 dominated the weekend box office, which broke records for the franchise but came up well short of expectations. You've watched a weekly financial review on Insta TV and have a great trading day. Bye.